Hello. It's Mary with Mary's Stampin' Cafe, and it is my last Frightfully Fun Friday live YouTube. It will be the last fun night, and I've done Halloween, I've done fall, I've done Halloween, and it's back to fall harvest. And it's got a couple of cards, and I also got some great giveaways, so be sure that you say hello. Hi, Becky, and thank you for sharing. Say hello and do use the live chat. Make sure it's on live and not top chat. That way you'll be up to date on what's being chatted, and you can chat with each other, and that's always fun. I'm very tired. I'll have to tell you why. So I am a teacher with an online teaching program and with my district, but we had during COVID over 800 students, and we had materials that families got at home, all the materials for English language arts, math, science, social studies, art. And so all of those materials actually we have at our old building. And we're all online now, but I spent almost a whole day there unboxing, sorting, all of that kind of stuff. Kind of crazy. But I've kind of taken that on because there's just such wonderful things that we can get out to kids. Hello! How are you, V? Thanks for joining in. My favorite peeps are joining in. Thank you so much. Oh, and you know, I had to ask my husband, I was changing our sheets, is it time for the flannels? He said, maybe not quite yet. But goodness, it's getting down to like 45 at night. So we've actually put our pellet stove on a couple of times. Yikes. Right? It's so crazy. So it is fall tonight. It's been a little blustery here, and just watching all the leaves starting to come off of the trees. It's like, oh, and there is a gorgeous tree. I have to stop when I drive by it and snap a picture of it. It is a huge, huge, tall, beautiful deciduous tree. And right now, it is the most stunning, beautiful thing I've ever seen. But I'm always driving home, and I'm going like 50 miles an hour, and it's like, oh, there's that tree right before we turn. Well, hello, Marguerite. Marguerite? Is it Marguerite? Welcome for joining us. We're just kind of getting started and talking about the beautiful fall colors that are happening, and it's kind of inspiring me for projects that I want to do. And of course, the things I want to share, like the All About Autumn Designer Series paper is out of stock, but it is going to come back October 9th. So that's exciting. Let me go ahead and I'm going to switch on over. Here we are. No, just plain Margaret. Oh, okay. Thank you. I've known a few Margarets, but I've never kind of looked at the spelling of the name, and so it's like, oh, hey. Anyhow, let me set my book aside and show you again my fun stickers. I have these guys, and I think today, you guys, I'm actually going to try to use these a little bit, maybe for the inside of the card or something, because I just think they're so stinking cute. And then, of course, oh, these guys. Thankful and grateful. I love these stickers. I love gnomes. Everything. And these are the gnomes I like. I love these gnomes. I don't like the ones where people, they're more like dwarfs, and I don't like that. And I thought these are really pretty too, and maybe I could incorporate somehow, maybe in the inside of the card or on the outside of the envelope or something. I don't know. We'll see, because they're just so cute. I love these. These have kind of a hard edge around them, and they're raised up. They're just really pretty. Oh, you had to pull out your sweatshirt tonight? I know. I've got my my waffle knit little jackets. I've got a gray one and the dark blue one, and I wear it a lot when I'm doing my lives. It's kind of funny. All right, so I'll put those down. And I am going to be using, of course, I'm going to be using Autumn Leaves because I absolutely love this. It is a perfect stamp set for fall and autumn, and I just love it. Love, love, love it. And then, of course, the All About Autumn Designer Series paper. And I know I've said before, I have all these strips. And I'm thinking, I've got to be able to use these for things, right? And so I'm going to take a look at that a little bit. And just the gorgeousness of this paper is incredible. Let me see if I can grab it here in my stash of my samplings here of our papers. The All About Autumn. Hello, Dem Bones, so cute. I did that last Friday, if you caught that with me. But this paper is so pretty. It's specialty because it has that metallic on the back, and you know that I've shown this before. But it's got just beautiful aerial shots. I love this one with like the leather chair. That's so fun. Great for masculine cards. And just so pretty. So pretty. But it is out of stock right now. It seems like it keeps going out of stock. But October 9th is this predicted date. But what's interesting about that is, like, when you go on and check, sometimes it's all of a sudden in stock before then. So that's great. And so it may come before then, may not. Who knows? Okay, so let's see. Which am I going to do first tonight? Well, I'm going to go first with my simple stamping. We got to do a simple stamping. So I have a piece of crumb cake. Thank you for sharing. I know fall is just like, oh, it's just the best. I know I'm going to ask my husband if he wants to go to a pumpkin patch this year with me. My girls, my one daughter is in Kearney, Nebraska, 23, and my other daughter is here locally, but she is very busy. We're kind of getting ready for her wedding, which is December 2nd. So 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4, and my sister-in-law and I are now starting to prep and work on a bridal shower for her. And a 5 1/4 by 4, very vanilla, going on the inside. But what's really exciting, it's going to be on November 4th, and we're going to do it up like a kind of a harvest type of decor and theme. And I said, oh, we could do hay bales, and my daughter said, no, Mom. My daughter's pretty eclectic. She said, but I like scarecrows, and I like pumpkins, and I like ravens. So I found these really cute stuffed ravens that we're going to use. Block, are you big enough? Not quite. I'm going to grab my biggie block. There we go. And then I also want this one. Now this one will fit on here. Yes, it will. So my sister-in-law and I were like, okay, we've really got to get this together. We finally got our date. We can do that. I'm going to make invitations, but I'm not going to stamp them. I do not have time for that. Ooh, now I have to take my jacket off, you guys. I'm getting going here. Okay, so then I just need my crumb cake. This is going to be quite monochromatic. I'm going to go ahead and ink it up, and I want to see how dark it's going to be. And, ooh, I don't want it that dark, so I am going to be stamping off because I want to just kind of do a background. And look at even stamping off how deep that is. So I can even stamp twice and bring in again. Do another one where I've kind of stamped off twice. Interesting how this color is just so beautifully rich. You don't think of that as being that way, but it is. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So there, just kind of making a mess here. There we are. So then I'm going to come in with this guy. There we go. I want him to be very soft. And it's just going to kind of come in here, but not really going on to the leaves. Just adding some textures. what I like about photopolymer, you can do several stampings of it and still get that image. So there is that kind of blown leaves, and the veins are just, it's just beautiful. It almost looks like, it reminds me of kind of when you leave something in the sun and it fades. It's sun bleach. That's what it reminds me of. So Very Vanilla is one of the colors in the All About Autumn Designer Series paper, as well as Crumb Cake. So it was an easy choice of what colors to use. Now, I am going to grab, I think I already pulled out, I did. So I have this right here, and I've got another crumb cake, and I'm going to bring up my trimmer, not my trimmer, yeah, you guys know what I mean, my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm getting delirious from all the boxes I offloaded and broke apart and all of that. This is, you know, we talk about the song, it's the most wonderful time of the year. But guess what? That's not a fall song, is it? All right, where is my basket? I have my basket of my dies. Where did I put it? Basket. Oh my goodness, you guys. Hold on, I left it on the table. I was looking for my basket of dies, and here that it is. My goodness, Mary. So I have the All About Autumn dies, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to die cut the big leaf. Let me pull it out here. I'm going to get that big leaf, and we are going to hope that my designer paper that I cut is going to work. Oh, and it is so like on the edge of not working. So let's see if we can do it. Let's see what it's going to look like. Oh my goodness. I didn't cut that very well. So I might have to cut another piece because I think the tip of this leaf is going to be cut off. And let's see. Oh, 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 oh. Look, look, look. It made it. So I die cut that right out from the designer paper. And then I'm going to cut another one off with the crumb cake, just because I don't want the designer series paper to be kind of, it's not as thick as our cardstock, right? So by doing another one, it's going to give it that shadow underneath, and then it's also going to support it structurally. Oh, hello from BC, Canada. Oh yes, fall is favorite. Love that little leaf you put in there. Welcome. Is it Lita? All right, so we've got those two. You put my scraps aside. And my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And the plates. Welcome, welcome, Lita. Lita, my maiden name is Leek. Oh. All right, so you can see by adding that there with it, it's just going to give it more strength. And this is going to kind of come in here. But I wanted to see you guys, I also have some pre-die cut out things here. And I thought, oh, that would look beautiful on there as well, wouldn't it? I love that. So we're going to add that to it. Love it, love it. All right, so first, let me go ahead and glue And I'm going to use just my liquid glue here. Oh, look at that pretty foil on the back side. Doesn't that look good? It looks really good. So a little liquid glue. So Lita, my family is French Canadian. They're all out of pretty well Windsor, Ontario. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. So now what I'm going to do, you guys, with this is I'm going to do just a little tiny glues. I have a really nice glue bottle that does very thin dollops of glue, but my glue is low in it, and I have not put my new glue in. And I did not want to do adhesive sheet on these. I'm a big proponent of adhesive sheets with fine dyes, you guys. Big time. You want your adhesive sheets. Except for I didn't do this with this because the distressed specialty paper that I was using is not real thick. And so I think it would have been just more difficult to use that. And I'm gonna take this off. I don't want the stem on it. I find that to be just a little weird. All right, so then that's gonna go here. And I just love that so much. I think I want another one. Can you guys hang with me while I do another one? I have another sheet here of that pattern. This is what the big one looks like. Isn't that pretty? There's those fall colors, you guys. Oh, it's so nice. So let's go ahead and we'll cut to where I know my leaf is going to fit. Oh, is it though? Is it though, Mary? It will on this one. I don't know that I'll be able to put that through the machine. We'll take a second to check that out and see. Oh, when you use your mini, you can only go so wide. Boy, there is such a delay on my screen. It's amazing. Now that's going to be able to go through no problem. So let's see, that one had a lot of dark, so this time I want to see that I have a lot of light in this leaf. So let's find the nice light area. There we go. Make sure we're on the block. Offset your plates so one is in front of the other, and it will slide through easily. There we are. I've got a second one. I really wanted a second one of that because it's just so pretty, and it's a lot of space on the card still available, so maybe we'll put something on the inside with that. Put my cutter, my trimmer down. All my parts and pieces. Oh my goodness. Now for this one, I'm not going to do... Oh, I will need to do... Oh, I'm sorry. I could have had some of these already cut out, right? So let me see on my crumb cake here. If I can get it to work. And even if I don't have the complete leaf, it'll be okay. There we go. I think I might get the whole thing right there. Yay. So do you guys, how many of you have Lietta? Oh, okay. Lietta, I like that. It's very pretty. All right, you guys, I will knock that off. Get right to that Stampin'. All right, quickly use my tape that one on there. And, oh, I have another one. I had pre-done several dies. So, you know, when you have a sheet of designer paper or specialty paper and all of that, and you're die cutting, you know, I'm going to just keep die cutting till I've used up the whole sheet. And then you have a bunch of extras that you can just use when the time comes, like right now. So get those laying on there so nice. Oh, those are so pretty. Give it a minute here, and we will be ready. Cut those off. All right, so we're going to bring this in here. I'm probably going to bring them overlapping a little bit. And then I'll probably have my sentiment kind of going across. We shall see. I also have in here a few other leaves. But I don't think I want to bring in any other colors. I want to keep it like that. Okay, so let's look at our sentiments. And I think I want to do with a grateful heart. So I have some extra vanilla here. Let's see what I got. I can just, it's so nice. I just happen to have these things floating around. And I am thankful. What are you doing? Ooh, that is very crooked. Lay it down on your mat. Line it up on your grid paper. Do you guys use grid paper when you're stamping? Stampin' Up's got this beautiful grid paper. And I am going to use, let's see if I stamp this in the crumb cake, how dark it is. It might be fine, or I might want to use, yeah, I'm going to have to use something darker. So I do have Cajun Craze, and I have Copper Clay. So let's take a look what they look like. That's, this is Copper Clay. No, that's still crumb cake. Oh my goodness. There, that is Copper Clay. Ooh, that looks very pretty. And then Cajun Craze. Cajun Craze is going to be brighter. Should always close your stamp pad so you don't run the risk of stamping them in the... Yep. And there's the Cajun Craze. So I'm going to hold it up. So there's the Cajun Craze. There's the Copper Clay. And then, of course, the crumb cake. So do you want a little bit brighter Cajun Craze or a little richer Copper Clay? Ah. Oh, you have some blocks with the grids on them. That's good. Yeah. Boy, I'm not sure how I'm going to lay these guys out together. Could do like a little reflection of them and then put my grateful heart right in there. Something like that. All right. Yeah, oh, everybody agrees Copper Clay. I think so too. It's nice and rich. Okay. Let's stamp it with that Copper Clay. With a grateful heart. And then I'm going to grab, let's see, I think that my stitch shapes could work for this. Let's see. Or I'm going to go ahead and use what's in the All About Autumn. They have two really nice stitch dies in the set of dies. And so I am going to use it because it'll be perfect for that with a grateful heart. It's just perfect size. So I'm going to do that. Oh no, I have to bring it back up again, you guys. I'm so sorry. And crash, crash, crash. I'm losing things. I'm losing things. My poor dog's upstairs barking away. She knows I'm down here. She wants her mommy. My husband was working home today, so she got some attention, I'm sure. And there we are with our grateful heart. And I think that can go in there. Yeah, that'll be okay. What I'd like to do though is I would like to do a little sponging around. So let me grab one of my little blenders here. I was going to say, don't mind the ink color you see. And I'm going to use the crumb cake. Let's see how that goes. I just think the crumb cake is just going to give it a little bit of a tone on there. I didn't really want a deep, deep copper clay. I think it just would be a little too much, but this is just toning down that vanilla. There we are. And that's going to go in just like so. All right, let's get these down on the card. So pretty. So I think I am going to go with a little bit of them mirroring each other. So you can kind of go there. Just giving it a little bit more stability is nice by doing it with that crumb cake as well. And then this is going to come right in here with dimensionals. Oh, look at that fun on the back. That's kind of neat. The different tones of color. Whoops. That would have been interesting. So right in the center, just like that. I usually don't put things in the center, but I'm okay with that. Now, I have the speckled dots, but you guys, they're out of stock, and they're not coming back in until like November 9th. So I thought I would just look real quick to see what else I maybe could use, because we have all sorts of gems and embellishments. And sometimes you get stuck on using, ooh, those are nifty. You kind of get stuck on using the same ones over and over again. It's got some pretty yellow in there. Oh, we've got some vanilla in there. Ooh, and I got my copper clay. There we go. We've got lots. Now, people have asked me, what is this that I've put these in? And these are the Avery passport pockets. They're the passport pockets. You get a set of 10 of them in there. And a lot of our embellishments will fit in there just fine. Some are a little too wide, and you have to kind of trim them down a little bit. All right, so I've got my copper clay there. The vanilla's not any good. I don't want that brassiness. But then we also have our rustic gems. So we have these rustic ones that almost look pewterish, so maybe they're not going to quite work, but I kind of like them. And then we have our adhesive back solid gems, and those gems match the copper clay. So what do you guys think? The rustic or the copper clay? Oh, you did a couple of napkin cards for the first time. Oh, so what did you use? A napkin, and then Becky, did you use a napkin as part of your card front or something? I know that's kind of a popular thing that goes on. Yeah, copper clay, copper clay. Oh, okay, you guys, I'm here for you. I am here for you. Copper clay is what I also love about these adhesive back solid gems. Look at that, you get lemon lolly. You're getting that really pretty, what blue is that? I shall tell you, I think. No, I can't tell you. And then that's copper clay. So pretty. So we can use little ones and big ones if we want. So let me think where I want them. I am going to have a bigger one, not a biggest one, but one right here. And I'm going to put another one of the same size over here. And then I'm going to put a little itty bitty one right there. There we go. Look how pretty. And oh, I love, 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 love the rustic copper distressed. I don't know what it's called. But there, so another beautiful fall color in that adhesive back solid gems with a couple of very pastel-y light colors. So that'll catch you for all the season. Now these classic matte dots are really great too. They've got the black, gray, vanilla, white, and white. Is it all white all the way up the rest of the way? Yes. With the way that Stampin' Up! Folds the label over, you can't quite see what that last row is. Okay, pocket, open up. Yeah, so it was Patty Bennett that was sharing the passport pockets. And so I was trying to find another way. So it says, I am great with a grateful heart. Today and every day. Today and every day. Well, I have another one of the blocks, but I don't see it, so I'm going to grab this again. Ooh, this is a skinny winnie. Yeah, this is never going to happen. Keeps catching my finger, so let's just... Since it's photopolymer, I can see what it's doing, right? I'll be able to do it. Now, I do not put my insides down, you guys, until I've stamped, because you know what could happen. You could stamp funky. This says to have you as a friend. That is not the one I wanted. I wanted today and every day. Oh, I had him in the wrong spot. Today and every day. I had them in the wrong place. Well, it can't blame me. It's very tiny. And I don't know if you know, but my vision is, you know, aging. Today and every day. Very sweet. It's very small. What am I going to put there? So we need to add something. I am going to bring in the big one again, and we're just going to do, this wouldn't be the one where I would add the pumpkin. That's not going to happen on this one. It just wouldn't make sense. So I'll go ahead and ink up my leaf. I'm going to stamp off and just pop it right here in the corner. And then I'll do it again. Stamp off. I'll come this corner because that is party. So let's close this and put it aside. So you guys, I have something exciting. Oh, thank you so much. Something exciting. From October 3rd to October 31st, Stampin' Up! Is having a joining special. Now, I gotta tell you, every time they do a joining special, I'm like, can I just join again? But they're celebrating their 35 years as a company, which is just phenomenal. And they decided to do a 35-35. So that means you can take 35% off of the starter kit, which is usually $125 of product that you order, and you pay $99. And it's free shipping and all of that goodness. Well, they are doing where you can take 35% off, which would bring it down to $125 a product for $64.35. What? Yeah. I'm like, what? Can I do that? I mean, I certainly can pick $125 and just pay $64. I'm all for it. The other is, if you don't want to do the 35% off, you can do 35% more. That means you can choose $168.76 of product and spend $99. So it's an either or. It's like, oh, you forgot to do your inside? Well, thank you. Yes, I think that turned out beautiful. I'm glad I did the two. Very nice. I just love that crumb cake and all that. All right. So speaking of copper clay, that's also in the paper. So we're using the copper clay, 5.5 by 8.5. Then I have a piece of Very Vanilla that I cut at 4 by 5.25 for the outside and the inside. And then the beautiful Designer Series paper, I cut that at 3 3/4 by 5, so I can have that really nice layering in there. I didn't want to have the designer paper right on the copper clay because you kind of lose it. And so by putting that piece in there, that will help it to stand out. So that easy peasy is just going to go just like that. So now what I thought I would do is I am going to bring in some beautiful, beautiful ribbon. I have this, it's a copper and natural ribbon combo pack. It comes with that beautiful copper foily color thin ribbon and then this large ribbon here, and I really like this. And so I am going to do some layering. Not a lot of stamping going on in this card, you guys. That's the fun of Designer Series paper and other cardstocks. You can just bring all these fun layers, and especially with the Designer Series paper, it tells the story. You don't need much more than that at all. All right, so now what's going to happen, I am going to put a little adhesive, sure I am, a little adhesive down at the bottom and the top. And I am going to bring this over, and we're going to come down the side just like that. I know I'm covering it up a little bit, and that's okay. It's okay. And then do that, because that is super pretty. So I'm going to do that, but then I'm going to come and put more adhesive down. And I'm going to bring the copper one, the copper clay, and bring that and put that down as well. And then trim that off. I love the in color trim for this, the new in colors this year. It's so, so pretty. just rich colors. It kind of very, I also find it to be quite retro looking. So then I've got that going, kind of interesting. I don't know necessarily if I really planned that out very well. I didn't want to make this any smaller and put the trim then in back. I just didn't think it would go very well. Okay, and so then what I'm going to do is going to bring in a couple of my things here. And I will want to bring that in. I got another one here, I think. I'm so excited I'm using these today. Keeping everything kind of monochromatic. I don't want to bring in this bright yellow one. That makes no sense whatsoever. And then this one here, you guys, this die, it looks like antlers, right? But it's not antlers. Oh, you joined when there was no special, so you want to rejoin all the time? Oh. This goes on these two right here, these little pair of leaves, just like that. But it does remind me of antlers, but it goes on that. So, so let me go ahead and pop that on there. Take a minute here, sorry. Well, at least I didn't have to die cut out the leaves again, right? I'm using ones that I have in my little cup that I've had done for a while. Okay, I'll go ahead and set that one down so it can dry. Don't stick to my fingers now. I wish my little thin glue bottle had glue in it. So that's what I will do when I have a little time tomorrow. Come to a time when I can retire and not have to worry about work. Yes, the ribbon is beautiful. The ribbons of this In Color group, if you can see, I'm holding it up. It's almost like it just has this beautiful texture to it, but it also kind of, I don't know, it almost looks like it shimmers too. It's the same on both sides, which I really appreciate. Kind of feel like if it's not the same on each side. Now I could have stamped these leaves and stamped the vein. You don't have to just die cut out the shape leaf and cut out the veins. The stamp set has the leaves and the veins for each of the leaves. You can just stamp that and then stamp your vein on top just in a little deeper color, and it then has its additional veins, which I don't necessarily think you really needed them, but that's okay. So now this is going to kind of tuck in here. This one's going to tuck in here a little bit, just for some fall foliage. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And I am using Autumn Teaches Us That Change Can Be Beautiful. And of course, this is going to also be in the copper clay. I have to tell you guys, this card is just kind of coming together. Hadn't really thought too much past the layers of the card. Isn't that funny? I don't know, I had that figured out and that was about it. Very pretty. And then we have the rectangle die, stitch die, which I am going to use. And we shall see how this card's going to come together. While that's happening, you can look at the card we just made. Oh, goodness. Yeah, so I'm going to do a blog, and I'm going to do a starter kit idea blog. I do that usually whenever they have a special. I talk about how you can make your starter kit. You know, if you have nothing, where you might start and what you might start with. There's a lot of people when they join because they love to be able to get a discount, right? You get 20% discount. And you know, you buy probably are, ooh, sorry, you know, probably will have lots on your list. So I'm going to think this card a little bit differently now. So as I'm thinking about this, I'm wondering, why do I have this? What is the purpose of that? And if I put this over here, which could be a good job, I could put one down over here and the other one coming up over here like so. Does that make sense? Or do I come up and then I'm not blocking, I'm not blocking all the leaves. What do you guys think? I'm thinking I kind of like that. And then I could talk a little bit about gems. Got to do something with this here, because otherwise, why is it there, right? Are you really going to go right between? Oh, you are terrible. First off, though, we need a little sponging. And I'm going to do it with the crumb cake again, because the natural ribbon there is a bit crumb cakey. Yeah, I agree, up towards the top. All right, so we're going to need dimensional. Now the thing is, I don't want dimensionals here, but I do want dimensionals here because this is already raised up. And if I put dimensional up there, it's going to look wonky. So my dimensionals will go here. And then I will just use adhesive. And I'm going to use liquid glue, because the liquid glue will then seep into that. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Just need a little liquid glue on the back of that one, and we're going to put that one right here. Going to put this one right here, I think, because it's going to go where it's going to go. I might still be able to move because I'm using liquid glue, so that's a good thing. Well, there we are. That looks good. And I'm not going to use gems, you guys, because I have all that ribbon there. So let's take a look at the inside of the card. Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful. And on the inside, I'm thankful, or with a grateful heart. Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful today and every day again. With a grateful heart, today and every day. Oh my goodness, that's cool. What should I put on the inside, you guys? Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful. I'm thankful. with a grateful heart. With a grateful heart. With a grateful heart. Oh, it's already on a block. It's already on a block, isn't it? Oh, I pulled it off, didn't I? All right, here's a gridded one, V. I have one too. The reason why I like Stampin' Up's blocks is that they're much thicker. So you can see here how thick Stampin' Up block is, and it's got a recessed part right here, which is great because then I can hold it and not drop my block, but also my fingers stay out of the ink because it's so thick. When I hold this, it's thin, and so when I push down on the ink pad, I can easily get my ink all over my hands, so I have to really hold it on the tips, and then I can actually drop the block because I just don't have a good hold on it. So, you know, I like that there's the grid on it. It'd be nice someday if actually Stampin' Up put grids on theirs. And then, there we go, see? I had gotten some ink on my nail. And now I got it right there. Oh, oh, so sad. But that's okay. That's okay. So let's go ahead and put that on the inside. And there we go. 2 beautiful cards. Those turned out really, really nice, I think. I think that one turned out pretty good with kind of me not really having my idea of what I was going to do. I should have pulled my ribbon really, really tight. So what do you think? I hope you like those. Okay, I have one more quickie if you guys don't mind. And then I'll do prizes. So crumb cake again, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a white layer on a vanilla layer on the inside, 5 1/4 by 4. I have a 5 1/4 copper clay layer that I use the Leaf Fall embossing folder, 3D embossing folder. It's a beautiful one. So I just went ahead and did that already. So here we go. Whenever I use embossed cardstock, I always use liquid glue. Always, always, always. It can seep down into those ridges and it will stick much better on your card. So there we go. Now it's interesting, oftentimes you guys, I will do a darker card base with a lighter layer. This time I reversed it. I have a light card base with a darker layer, and I think that's fine. Then I cut a crumb cake 2 inches by 5 1/4 to layer right there. So I will also use liquid glue because this is going onto an embossed cardstock, and it will stick much better. Like so. Then I have a 5 1/4 by 1 3/4 layer, just like so. And that I can use my Stampin' Seal, but since I have my liquid glue, I'll just use my liquid glue. See how fast this card's coming together? My goodness. Whoa, whoa. Get on there right. And just look how pretty that is already. Fun, fun. Okay, now I just need my sentiment. My sentiment. I am going to do the autumn chain. Autumn can be beautiful. And where's my vanilla piece? And my Cajun Craze, of course. This is where I might be able to use a pumpkin on the inside, you guys. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around and grab, I know you guys like to turn around, but I have my circle punches in a drawer, but my circle punches are all quite large right here, and I don't want a large circle, you guys. Let's see. no. But I want something circle. So let me grab my layering circles. We don't have the layering circles anymore, but you know what we do have, you guys? We have the, oh, they're in the mini catalog, and they're called the deckled circles. You can never have enough dies. That's all I'm saying. So I have these layering circles, which are great, but sometimes I don't want a scallop layer. Sometimes I want that decal, and so you have to have them all. That's all I'm saying. See? So I'm starting your starter kit for you already. Right? Man, I tell you, that was a crazy time. Well, I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you guys, gosh, 25 years now. And I did actually drop, when my daughter's schedules just got too crazy, and we had all the time, we were running around. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't find my top die. Okay, my top die. If you were a top die, where would you be? Did it fall on the floor? Did it? No. Oh! Let me just grab another one, you guys. Sorry. I got one. Stick with me. I got prizes. That's why you guys come. You come for the prizes. Well, of course, I would. But anyway, you know, they were involved in all sorts of after-school activities and all this and that, and I just couldn't keep up. And so I was out for a few years, and then they had a joining special for like, it was a really great one. It was like $55 or something, and you got to go to convention for free. Your convention stuff was paid for. And I was like, oh my goodness. Yes, and all of that for sure. So I had joined back up, and I love it. Love it. So I'm sorry, but we do need the other layer. I just need the circle that's just a little bigger. I don't think I want the scallop, you guys. This is not a scallopy card. So let's find the one. That's a little too big. And I think this is the one I used. Yes, it is. Oh man, do I have to use a scallop? That's too big. Maybe it's a scallop. Ooh, yes, it's that scallop right there. Okay, we'll use scallop. You guys think scallops are still popular? I don't know. Yeah, it just needs that layer, you guys. We're gonna go, that's got a layer, so this has got to have a layer too. I'm a layer, you're a layer. Ooh. I hit my mouse. That was weird. Okay, that's a little bit too wide. Throw that on. Throw it through. Really, this is a quick card. It really is. All right. Got it. Toss that back in there. I got my... And that is just about the exact same, and that's all I wanted. Yay. Didn't want a big gap layer. So perfect. I'm going to use liquid glue so I can slide it around where it needs to be, because it's a very thin layer. You almost don't see the scallops. So get it on here. You just see it peeking out. See those just kind of peeking out? That's what I want. It's kind of almost like a bottle cap look, but just very thin. And then that's going to come here with dimensionals. Gotta love the dimensionals. Oh, you love the deckled circles. Did you get the deckled circles? I just ordered them. I put it off for a while, and then I finally said, I'm going to get those deckled circles. All right, to put something down, I always just put a little stick of glue to get things started, and then I just stick it down, and then I let my thing do its job. Oh, how pretty is that, you guys? So pretty. Now my vanilla for the inside that I lost. Where are those stickers? I don't know that I can put one in there. It's not kind of the right colors, huh, you guys? But what about a pumpkin? I'm going to put a pumpkin on the inside. I don't care. I want a pumpkin. I want to start using these. So I host make a card, send a card groups where people sign up and they are in a group with 6 people and they create their 6 cards and they mail them to those 6 people by the 6th of each month for 6 months. And we're kind of in our fall and holiday one, September through, I think it's February. So this is my, and I'm actually in a couple of, oh, see, that looks really cute. There we are, you guys. Quick, easy. Just using those layers of cardstock and things, right? I love it. Okay. Now, how do I do prizes? Well, it's very easy. Make sure that I have you all written down in my book and you are numbered. There we go, guys. What do you think? Did you like the fall theme tonight or autumn? I loved it. Would that sentiment stamp? Yes, it does. It does fit on the large leaf. Yeah, so if you wanted to die cut out a leaf, and that would go right inside. It sure does, V. You bet. Hi, Bonnie. Just saw your name there. We have some new friends. We have Margaret and Lietta. I love that name. And Becky and V. Let me go back up and see if I missed anybody. Got V and Becky and Margaret and Lietta and Bonnie. I think we are all here. Oh, you found some nice pumpkin napkins last year and never used them. Oh, very nice. That's wonderful. Yup. Okay, I think that's everyone. Awesome, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it says that there are 8 current viewers, but I only have 6 names down here. Who did I miss? Becky, V, Margaret, Bonnie, Lietta, okie dokie. All right. Now let's talk about what I have today. I have a few fun things. So I have right now something that was out of stock, but I think it's back in order now, the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. Remember, this is the one that I've done before where you have, there's 4 different masks, but there's more than that. You have the houndstooth, then you have a leaf one, you've got the ones that make the sunflower layers. So very fun. So I have that. And let's see with my numbers who's going to win that tonight. Now, those of you that are watching that are already demonstrators, or if you already have it, if I call your name and you have that, just say pass and I'll call somebody else for it, okay? Oh, I got to get the big numbers out of here, you guys. I'm so sorry. All right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lietta, you are number 4. And so I have the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks for you. So let me know if you already have those and I can give them to someone else. Yes, the cards came out really nice, didn't they? I think so too. I love them. All right, the next thing I have is, where is it? Where is it? Oh, I have the red and gold polka dotted ribbon. It is one of the online exclusives. You just ordered it and ordered the decals. You can't wait for them to come. I think I like your 3rd card the best. It's so pretty. Oh, thank you. So Lietta, did you hear you won? Do you have the Abundant Beauty Decorative Mask? So then I have the red online exclusive. And that's going to go to, not that one. And that's going to go to my number 3 and 1, 2. Margaret, you are number 3. Look at my 2 newbies. Oh, they're lucky. So that is the red ribbon with the gold polka dots. And Margaret, that's for you. Hi, Denise. Oh, we're looking forward to watch the replay? Oh, thank you. Glad you came on and found me. All right, and then the next thing I have, you guys, is we use this beautiful copper clay ribbon on 2 cards, and I have a brand new one for someone. Don't have that number today. We're a small but mighty group, but we got little numbers, so I'm sorry. This is taking me a little time. Oh, you have them, Lietta. Okay. So I will give them to someone else, and then we will look for something else for you. And I have number 2, and that is Miss V. Miss V, I have that beautiful copper clay ribbon for you. Miss V gets copper clay. And let me go ahead and I'll pull a new winner for the Abundant Beauty. So, oh, it's going to be our Bonnie or our Becky, isn't it? Let me find, oh, all these big numbers. Go away, big numbers. No, no, no. Don't have time for you. And Miss Bonnie, you are number 5. So you have the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. Bonnie, Decorative Masks. And then Miss Becky, I am going to go ahead and send you one of these beautiful cards. And then Miss Lietta, Is there something that you are looking for or haven't gotten in the way of embellishments or things? So you guys, I have a cafe treats form, and so what I will do is I will put the link on the video for the cafe treats form. You need to fill out that form for me to go ahead and get your prize to you. And so Lietta, let's connect together because I did pull you first and you already had that thing because I guess you're a demonstrator, right? And so we'll go ahead and take care of that. Well, my gosh, you guys, I had a lot of fun today. I hope you had a lot of fun today. And boy, oh boy, I just switching over. Boy, oh boy, on that joining special, the 35 or 35, that's going to be fabulous. Can't wait for that. Well, this ends my, this ends my Frightfully Fun Stampin' Live Fridays on YouTube because that is over now and it's time to start thinking about the holidays. I mean, fall is not over. Don't get me wrong. We have lots of fall left, but when I start to do things for that. So I hope you enjoyed your time. Make sure if you win a prize, check out the link on the replay video so you can fill it out so I can send you your prize. Until next time, guys, happy stampin'.